up, everyone? This is T Popola, aka TP Hawk, the Nigerian Nightmare. I'm a powerlifter slash bodybuilder, so that makes me a power bodybuilder. This training session was basically overtraining meets power bodybuilding, or power bodybuilding meets overtraining. But in my ebook, it's mainly focused on power bodybuilding, and what that is how I train most of the time. When you train for a specific sport, you have to train in a specific way. So meaning bodybuilders train in a specific way, and powerlifters train in a specific way. But for me, since I do both, there comes a point in time where I have to sort of, get the best of both worlds, and that's what power bodybuilding is.
What we did today, we incorporated his power bodybuilding with overtraining, and the magic happened, And I'm really proud of T because he hasn't done any type of bodybuilding training in over a year, because he's been powerlifting, killing it and winning shows.
Basically, I've been powerlifting for the past year, did another meet in September of last year. So I've pretty much been powerlifting for a good 6 to 8 months. So all my volume has been very low. Low volume meaning low reps, but heavy weight. But with this training style, this overtraining style, it's a lot of reps. Not so much about the weight, but it's just, you just gotta keep going. So even when you're tired, when you're about to fail, it keeps pushing you. So that was a huge shock. I mean, talk about stupid pump. I felt like I had a chest implant. That's how pumped my chest is.
When you're training in strictly a powerlifting capacity, a lot of powerlifters don't do a lot of reps. You're not training for hypertrophy. You're training for that one explosive rep. So, and I'm a huge advocate of training specific for your sport, okay? So, and that's what T's been doing. So him moving over into a lot of reps was very difficult for him, but guess what? He didn't back down, he did it, and he got through it, and he had a tremendous stupid pump as a result. We started out on the flat, we did a progression, started at 135, we moved up a plate each time all the way up to 405, and T went on to 455 after that, 495 after that.
Once we got past 495 for 3 reps, basically the powerlifting stopped. There was more overtraining at that point.
Come on, fight for, come on, lock him out.
First time I hurt myself on the bench press, I actually strained a muscle. I strained my left pec. It's no biggie, it's not that bad. The most I hit thus far was 455 for 2. So since I had Hulk here, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for 465. And it probably was too big of a jump from 405 since I hadn't went over 405 in 3 months. So I got the, first rep. My first rep is always kind of shady, but once my muscles are fired up, I usually get it on the second rep, third rep. So first rep, he helped me with it. Second rep, I felt strong, got really deep, and I felt the strain in my left pec. Listen guys, it happens. A sport like this, you're gonna have injuries here and there. Luckily, it's nothing bad. We did some tests with the range of motion. We looked at it. It's not tore. When you tear a muscle, you can see it and it hurts really bad. In this case, it's just really sore and the pushing motion hurts. So I'll rehab it and I'm gonna work around it. I'm not gonna stop, So I did as much as the workout that I can without further damaging my left pec.
We went back to 405. I squeezed that 7 reps. Then after that, it got crazy. We started doing drop set. And
came down for a working set of, I believe, 405 max reps, and then a 225 test, and I believe he did 29 reps before he, took a break.
I was pretty confident that I was going to do something crazy, but when he starts doing that drop set, your ego gets checked. If I kept telling him, hopefully he got 911 on speed dial because I'm about to pass out.
So I think that was around 8 to 9 sets on the flat bench, and that's very impressive when you've hit all of those sets leading up. After
the flat bench, we went on to incline, which I haven't done in a long time, and we did a bunch of drop set. By that time, I could barely get full reps.
We threw a plate, a 35, a quarter, and a dime, and we just stripped. 5 reps, strip, 10 reps, strip, 15 reps, strip, 20 reps. Hypertrophy like crazy, that's how you grow, and you're kind of burnt out from all of the stuff you've done prior. So I tell people all the time, the last few reps, everything you've done prior in that workout is for those last few reps, because that's good money. I call that good money. When you burnt out and you still pushing through those barriers, getting them last few reps, that's when you're growing. You're not growing when you're busting through some easy reps, you know? That's just a warm up. We don't count it till it start burning.
Most of you will probably complain about my range of motion, that it's not long enough. But honestly, when you're training like this, it's not so much about your range of motion as opposed to just getting that pump. You know, you're just trying to tear that muscle as much as possible. This isn't powerlifting. Powerlifting, you have to do each repetition in a way your competition wants you to do it. So meaning you have to go all the way down, pause it a little, and then press it back up and pause at the top. But with bodybuilding, for the most part, it's not so much about the quality. I mean, you want good quality, but you really want that time under tension. Honestly, if you can do full range of motion, that's great. But for the most part, I'd rather do short repetitions so I can get more volume in each set. So after the incline, I was pretty much done, but he said we had more.
We just did somewhat of a hell and back type of set on the incline hammer strength. You know, I'm not big on machines, but hammer strength is a legit machine, especially when you're trying to build bigger muscles. But I don't think it should be your primary movement. You see, this was third down the list.
I could barely get a single rep. It was just small movement. But we ended up doing another drop set. You know, we did 10, 10, 10, 10, and I'm thinking that's it. Then they said we're gonna go 5, 5, 5 up again while the weight was still going up. It was crazy to say the least, but again, I did it because his intensity is insane. Not to mention, this is Mike Rashid. I didn't want to disappoint Mike, so.
We threw, I believe, 3 plates on, 10 reps strip, 10 reps strip, 10 reps, and then 5 reps, put the weight back on, 5 reps, put the weight back on, 5 reps, and then strip down to 135. I think we did 225 and then 135 for strict reps, and it was brutal, you know? We're not gonna leave a movement until you're starting to burn, until you're getting that pump, until you feel like, man, this can be a complete workout right here. Then we move on to the next movement. So you'll never see me moving from one movement still fresh. I'm gonna go, that's why the first movement usually takes anywhere from 7 to 10 sets. You know, we wanna get that burn, we wanna get that pump.
So after the hammer strength, we went to the cable flies. And honestly, I haven't done cable flies in a long time. I want to say 2 years, because cable fly doesn't really apply to powerlifting. So that was a whole new experience. But again, you know, I just had to grind it out. I went, he went, I went, he went. Honestly, I don't even know how many sets we did. We just kept going back and forth.
And that was pretty much the fatality set. That was the finisher, you know? And a lot of times that's what we do. A lot of times you can ask me how many sets, and really I don't know. We go until death, you know?
And that was it. Honestly, this is probably the toughest training session I've had in a long time. See, powerlifting is a whole different ballgame. Basically, after bench pressing, for the most part, I might do some other what you call accessory movement, such as an incline press, some tricep stuff, and then some little shoulder stuff. But with this stuff, I mean, it was after the bench press. Technically, I could have gone home, but that wasn't it. Then went to the incline, then to the hammer strength. So it was just building up. So it was a sick pump, to say the least. It was a sick pump, and I'm very happy to come out here and train with Mike. It was a cool guy, man, a cool guy. Learned a lot from him, just going back and forth. So
that was the workout. It was all basic. Like I said, we're not doing nothing fancy. Fancy, it gets you nowhere. You do the basics properly, that's all you need. You building quality, solid muscle, and you're getting strong. And that's what it's about, okay? I'm not about looking the part and not being able to get busy. You know, a lot of people say, oh, those are show muscles. No, they look good, yeah, but these are go muscles. We get busy. You know, we're gonna fire up heavy weight, we're gonna fire up high reps. Whatever you wanna do, we got that, we handle it. All right, so much love to y'all. I really want y'all to go and check out my boy TP Hoke's ebook. It's his first ebook. This guy is, listen, let me tell you about him. He's not the typical meathead, you know what I mean? This guy has a master's degree in nutrition. He knows his stuff.
So check out my ebook at bossbustnutrition.com and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Peace.